While you might be thinking that misunderstandings in English are more common if you don't speak English as your first language, they can also occur among very proficient English users. Breakdowns in communication can happen because of different levels of English, but very often, the problem concerns the message itself. How simple it is, how clear, and how well organized. It is these three features of successful communication that we are going to look at. A common error when communicating is when you realize that your message is not getting across, to add more and more words, as if that will somehow help. Listeners in international communication situations need messages to be as simple as possible. So if you find yourself using a lot of words, ask yourself what the key information is that you are trying to communicate and summarize the message at the end. Communication is a two-way process, of course, and it's also the listener's responsibility to ask for things to be simplified when they need it. It can be surprising to discover that someone you are speaking with doesn't know something you had assumed that everybody knew. But of course, in multilingual situations, we quickly realize that there is a lot of cultural knowledge that is unique to our culture and language. We therefore need to be careful when talking about things that only exist in our country. If we do want to include these things, we should explain them. Many messages can be complicated because they describe steps in a process. For example, when giving directions, when learning new skills, or when doing something new on your computer. The message might be given very slowly using easy-to-understand language, but if the order it's given in is not logical, the listener will have a much harder job following it. To repair a misunderstanding due to a lack of organization, it's usually necessary to start again from the beginning and work carefully and logically to the end. Notice the importance here of signposts. Words like first, after that, or once you've done that, you need to, are like signposts in that they tell the listener where the instructions are going. It's important to be patient with the listener, and when instructions are very difficult, consider using non-verbal means of communicating, such as hand gestures or writing things down. They say that a picture paints 1,000 words, and it is sometimes just easier to send a photo or draw a diagram or a map. This may take longer, but it makes sure the message is clear.